Call to order and ask Councilman Watson to lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call roll.
Councilman Poole, Councilman Cotton.
Here.
Councilman Little.
Here.
Councilman Watson.
Here.
Councilman Barton.
Here.
Mayor Lovelace.
Here.
Quorum is present.
Approval of minutes of the last meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Cotton, seconded by Councilman Littles. Any discussion? Councilman Cotton?
Yeah.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes. Minutes are approved.
I'd like to welcome our visitors today and especially note that we have the new publisher of the Brewton Center, Stephanie Nelson, here. And I'm glad to have her in Brewton. Hate to see that Carrie Bean left us. I thought she did a great job, but I'm sure Stephanie will too. Approval of the agenda.
Council has a copy of the agenda. There's a copy up on the wall for the audience. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? All in favor of the agenda as shown, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Agenda is approved as presented.
Call to order a public hearing for a request for a partial rezoning R1 to B3. First Liberty LLC is requesting it. Do we have anyone here in opposition? All right, I close the public hearing. Come on, Steve, you have it.
Mayor and members of the council, on December the 30th, the Planning Commission met to consider a request from First Liberty LLC to rezone a parcel of property that is diagrammed and illustrated on the map. It's a 5.90 acre parcel of property that would begin at Walgreens, extending alongside Douglas Avenue for a distance of right at 770 feet at a width of 323 feet. The request is to change the zoning on this parcel of property from an R1 residential to a B3 general business district. The Planning Commission did vote to approve that, and they submitted it to you with a recommendation for your approval. If you would so see fit to pass that and approve it today, it would need to be done in a three-phase process. First, you would need to introduce the ordinance. Next, you would need to have a vote on immediate consideration. Then thirdly, a vote to actually approve it. So if you have any questions, be glad to answer them, but the Planning Commission discussed it, presented it to you, scheduled a public hearing for today, and obviously no one attended in opposition to it.
I make a motion to introduce 14-0210.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Barton, seconded by Councilman Watson to introduce. Any discussion? Councilman Cotton?
Yeah.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes. Ordinance is introduced.
I make,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I make a motion for, you need a second phase? Consideration.
Immediate consideration.
Consideration of orders number 1402-10.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Watson, seconded by Councilman Barton to immediately consider. Any discussion? Councilman Cotton?
Yeah.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Mayor Lovelace?
Yes.
It is unanimous. Immediate consideration is approved.
I make a motion to approve 14-0210.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Barton, seconded by Councilman Littles to approve. Any discussion? Councilman Cotton?
Yeah.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes and rezoning is approved.
Thank you very much.
Under old business, none is noted. Ray Madden just couldn't be with us today, but as council is aware, we have some 18 streets and at least 2 different sewer projects and a new CDBG grant that will be going in shortly, which from time to time require us to purchase right away, and I'd like authority to up to $100,000 to do that.
You want a motion on this? I make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Cotton, second by Councilman Barton to approve the appropriation. Any discussion? Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes.
We next have a discussion, this residential request for paving of these streets. For residential, these are the non-A-trip being the streets that we got the grant on. And just to speak of that A-trip just a moment, which I didn't get a chance to tell y'all in the meeting, but the Alabama Department of Transportation has come back and asked us to break that process up on those 13 streets into 3 separate bids. And I think it's mainly a problem because there's over $1 billion in work that the state is doing, and there's over 1,000 projects, and so far they've only awarded 100 of those projects. And so it's a strain on the number of asphalt contractors they have in the state. And so, but we have the, so I talked with Vince Calametti with ALDOT, and they gave us the authority to decide amongst ourselves which of those streets and how to break them up. I haven't done that yet, but I think the first bid's in September, the next bid's in December, and the last bid is on in 2015, but we don't have a date yet. So they're stretching it out further than I would like, but anyway, that is coming. When we approved these residential streets that the city is paying for last time, one of those streets was Evergreen Avenue, and that's a long street. But it turns out that street has, when we did the core test on it, it's got concrete under the street, under the asphalt is concrete, under the concrete is brick streets, and under the brick is the original water lines. And they're very brittle. And they had already replaced one block, but in order to repave those streets, they've got to do a water project to do the rest of that street. So we took it off the list, and we'll put it back on the list once that project is finished, and that'll be fairly soon when they will start that project. But that's a pretty big project to move that water over there, but it's been on their list to do for a while. But the streets that I'm proposing now is East Street, East Jackson from Douglas to Sowell, Lancaster Drive, Bonita Avenue from Gordon Lane to Wilson Street. Stephanie, you don't have to write a work so hard. I'll give you this list afterwards. Fountain Street from Dacus to Carver, Young and Booth Street, Ashley Street, Dairy Lane, Ashley-Wilson Street to Dairy Lane, Palmer Street, Lewis Street, High Street, Robinson Street, Star Wars Street, and Pineview Street. And go ahead and put those up for bid.
Would you like to make a motion?
I'll make the motion that we put it out for bids.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Watson, second by Councilman Barton to move forward with that list. Any discussion? Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes, and the RFPs will go out.
Bid tabulation on the Union Cemetery drainage project.
Well, we're fortunate to have Wendy Andrews here from DMD Engineers, who's going to save me from presenting this for now.
Good afternoon. I don't know how much you know about this project, but I thought we'd just go through the bids quickly, and then if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. We had the bid opening for the drainage improvements project at the cemetery last Thursday. We actually had 13 plan holders. We had 13 general contractors who actually got plans and 10 who bid. And Lamb's Dozier Service was the low bidder, and it is within budget, actually it's a little under budget, and we're here to recommend awarding that work to Lamb's Dozier Service. And this is a 45-day contract. We're hoping that he can be in and out of there quicker than 45 days. We have to do some paperwork after the project is awarded, so that'll take a couple of weeks. And I think we'll just work with city personnel and the weather to see when they can actually get started. I know it's quite wet out there at this point, so some better weather would certainly help.
Thank you.
I make a motion for the resolution number 140210.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Cotton, second by Councilman Barton to award. Any discussion?
When is this bid supposed to start?
We've got to circulate paperwork for a couple of weeks, and then depending on the weather, I think we can be ready to go by mid-March at the latest, is what we're shooting for.
And finish date?
It's a 45-day contract,
Okay.
so
End of
let's see
April.
that, yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Further discussion? Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes, award is approved.
Thank you.
The next item is, Dr. Odom, who is in New Orleans, couldn't be here today to present this, but I told him I would be happy to, is for a request for a parade permit for Southern Normal Founder's Day. It'll start behind Trustmark Bank, and it will end at Sportsman's Park. And the parade date is February the 22nd, which is a Saturday, starts about 1 p.m.
May I make a motion to approve?
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Barton, seconded by Councilman Watson to approve the parade application. Any discussion? Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes, and we'll type up the permit.
John, 1 second, John. Let me write that time down. It's from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
They'll start assembling at 12:15, but the
That's
parade's
parades at
1 to 3.
Okay.
Next item is about the liquor license at the golf course. It's, you know, we don't have a tenant in the restaurant there, and so I want to suggest that we get Scott Pate, the golf course superintendent, to apply for a liquor license on behalf of the city.
I'll make that motion.
I second.
I have a motion by Councilman Watson, seconded by Councilman Barton for the liquor license application. Any discussion? And that'll create a resolution which will be distributed later. Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes, and we'll look at the application.
Before we get into any announcements, just so the meeting doesn't get over too early, I see Reverend Matthews in the crowd, and if I could see you after the meeting, I addressed your situation, so I got some answers for you.
Since he's in the crowd, happy belated birthday, Rev.
I call him city clerk.
Okay, we have one comment from a group of three. It's Lynn Stallworth, Rachel Wagner, and Dusty Wilson concerning a 3K walk for cancer. Anybody here? Yes.
Good evening. The other two individuals not able to attend, however, I have a few other coworkers with me.
Are you Ms. Stallworth?
I'm Lynn Stallworth.
Okay.
I'm an employee at DW McMillan Home Health. We are here for your approval from the City of Brewton to host a 3K walk run to benefit Luke Isaacson. Luke is an 18-year-old student at T.L. Miller High School and a coworker of ours, son, who was recently diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's T-cell lymphoma. Lymphoma is a form of cancer that causes the white blood cells to grow and multiply uncontrollably. Therefore, the treatment plan is very aggressive in the early stage. Luke was diagnosed with lymphoma on January 10, 2014. Since his diagnosis, he and his mother has made several trips to UAB Children's Hospital, sometimes having to stay overnight. It has been determined that Luke will undergo weekly chemotherapy treatments for a minimum of 35 weeks and could possibly last up to 27 months. Luke will be inpatient at UAB Children's Hospital for all treatments due to the high dosage of chemotherapy medication that will be administered. We would like to host this very important event on March 29, 2014, from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, in order to assist Luke's family with a monetary donation to help sponsor his trips to Birmingham. We are requesting the following streets be closed to traffic during the race. We will start at Brewton Medical Center parking lot, address 1121 Belleville Avenue. Walkers will continue the route of Medical Center parking lot to take a left at Belleville Avenue, right on Smith Drive, another left on Escambia Avenue, cross over Dawson, continuing Escambia, crossing over Gordon onto Escambia. Then we'll take a left on Wilson Street, over to Belleville Avenue and take a left there. In turn, we'll pass the hospital, take a right on Elliott, ending up on taking a left at Azalea Place, which is the medical center parking lot. Each individual will be asked to sign a disclaimer that will release the City of Brewton, DW McMillan Hospital, DW McMillan Home Health, and LHC Group from any liability of injuries resulting from participation in the said event. We appreciate your consideration for this event, for it is essential for Luke's successful journey through his treatment regimen. Thank you. See any questions?
Thank you.
Let me ask you something now.
Don't need a resolution.
No, just give permission.
Oh.
But I want to ask
We're
you-
hoping
Be closed.
100 to 150
Close the streets. Okay.
participant,
Well, that's not big.
maximum.
Go ahead.
My question to you is, can you name, I think, 7 streets? I think you're going to ask us is to close those streets, correct?
Exactly,
We can't close that many streets at one time.
Okay.
You're going to impede a lot of traffic.
right.
But I think the
Well,
last time when the walk did, didn't they had the police patrolling to observe, to keep them slowed down?
that would be fine. We wasn't exactly sure how that took place. I know we've done the Relay for Life, and we've taken the exact same route. However, this one is a 3K, and that's mostly a 5K.
I understand, but I think that we just,
Have a police escort?
no, not escort. They will patrol the area more. And
Okay.
let the public know aware that, 'cause I think y'all gonna be on the sidewalk anyway, correct? Or y'all gonna be in the street?
The streets, right.
I think basically you probably need to get details out to the chief of police.
Okay,
You and them work with details and then come back to the council and then we can approve it if he approves it. I
okay.
mean, because they're initially the ones who, are gonna control.
Patrols the
traffic.
area?
Shouldn't be a big deal. We just want to do it right.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
No further
Motion adjourned.
To adjourn.